Oh, it started. Oh! Nice. All right, Frank, let's talk about your S800.
Let's talk about it.
So we have a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Daniel Wu. And actually, that's the only S800 I've ever seen, but that one is heavily modified.
Yeah.
And that one, honestly, after it got restored, it looked like a brand new car.
Yeah.
This, however, is more closer to stock. This is very rare. In Hong Kong, it's rare, but overall in the world, it's very rare. I've just never really seen these.
Yeah, it's a real kind of Honda nerd thing, man. You know, as the story goes, I had one of these cars, but in the coupe version, like Daniel's, about, I want to say, maybe 15 years ago, back in New Zealand. And it was kind of that car that was never finished, you know, like everyone has that one car that was never finished. I left New Zealand and moved to Hong Kong. The car was sold. And it's always kind of stuck in the back of my mind, right? So I saw Daniel, I want to say 2019 or so at Pebble Beach. And he told me he was building a car for SEMA. And then I asked him, what car are you building, man? And he said, oh, a Honda S800. And immediately I was like, how the f you know what that is? Because it's like a real Honda nerd thing. And so that kind of got a conversation going. He put me in touch with another friend of his, and we were able to source this car out of the UK. I mean, it came in an okay condition, but I've had to do a lot of work since to it, and now I'm kind of doing the entire RSC conversion to the car slowly. So
what is RSC?
It's like the racing service. So in the 60s and the 70s, they raced these cars, right? So Honda had a works racing team. They produced a works racing parts for the car. You can order it from the catalog. But those cars have been lost to history. So some really famous ones, like, you know, like Tetsuya Kusaya one that raced at Nürburgring. And finding parts has just been this amazing nerd quest that I've been on for the last sort of 3 years with this car.
Yeah, so when I was featuring Daniel's, he had this scrapped chassis that was rotting away. Yeah. I cannot tell you how many emails I got from other people saying, can I save that piece of metal? But seriously, talk about Swiss cheese. There was basically nothing left.
Yeah.
You know, it returned back to the earth.
Yeah.
So then, what year is this?
This is 1968, so this is a Mark II. Not the Mark I, but Mark II. Less examples of these cars exist than the Mark I. While I'm at it, though, I want to shout out Daniel Wu here. Thank you for raising the market price on these cars. I appreciate you a lot for doing that. You know,
especially in Asia.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You have my gratitude for that.
Yeah.
It's been a real interesting journey with this car because, you know, we were just talking about before about getting old, right?
Yeah.
You know, when we were younger, we have a lot of these modified cars. You know, big power, we're chasing horsepower, chasing, ETs and, track time and whatever. In this car, I ain't got to worry about none of that, man. I'm not worried about, racing anybody in the street because I know I'm going to lose, right? I'm not chasing any horsepower, but the satisfaction you get from finding a part, like I just got the RSC CR carbs for the car, super hard, super rare to find. And just the level of stoke is amazing.
That's the challenge now, is finding the parts all over the world, in Japan, wherever, and completing your vision, your build.
Yeah.
I love that. So then, how many of these actually exist in this configuration, convertible?
That's a difficult one. I think it was about 1,800. I can't be entirely sure. But in right-hand drive and the Mark II in the convertible, thereabouts.
It makes me wonder how many are left.
Yeah, it's weird because one of the biggest repository for parts in this car isn't Japan. Although I buy a lot of the RSC parts in Japan, right? Because I'm trolling Yahoo, auctions every day. And it's always like some guy with like, oh, my father or uncle passed away and he's got a garage full of this kind of parts. I think they're for an old Honda. I don't know what they're for. But in terms of a resource and the amount of cars, there's a whole bunch of these ones in Germany.
Really?
Germany. It's
Wow.
the weirdest thing. So one of the biggest suppliers in the world for like your average parts, oil filters, your seals, your gaskets, is this dude in Germany.
Interesting.
His name is Matthias.
Okay. So then what was the challenge for you? 'Cause I remember like before we started rolling, you were kind of telling me about the challenge of actually getting this registered in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Right now, because the laws changed, you can only import cars that are what, 35 years old?
Yeah.
So this is not an issue for you to import.
Yeah.
So what was it like registering this?
That's a whole different saga. How much minutes you got to roll?
As many minutes as you want.
So when I got the car here, that rule hadn't been enforced yet. So it's the exhaust exemption rule, basically saying that your exhaust needs to meet a certain kind of emission spec or whatever. So actually, that wasn't the problem for this car. The problem with this car was trying to convince our customs and excise department, the C&E department, right, that this was a car to begin with. There were so many times where they kept replying back to me saying, we don't know what this car is. We don't have it in our registry of vehicles. You know, are you sure it's a car? I was like, yeah, I'm sure it's a car. I have it in front of me. And they said to send their inspectors around 2 times. And the first time the guy came over, he was like, oh, it's a car. I said, yeah, it's a car, man. It's like, they thought it was a motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody didn't actually know any better and you told them, oh, I have a Honda S800,
Yeah.
800cc,
Yeah.
without any other information,
Yeah.
they would assume it's a motorcycle.
Yeah,
It essentially is a motorcycle engine.
It's an easy, it is a motorcycle engine. It's got individual carbs for the cylinders, which are an absolute headache to maintain because you don't have to only just rebuild one, you have to rebuild 4 at the same time. Every month, I'm removing the vacuum chamber to repolish it to make sure it doesn't stick so that, the throttle actually works. Yeah, dude. So it took 2 years in the end. And then I had to argue with them about the value of the car because, of course, they want to tax you based on the highest value they can of the car.
Thanks,
the time,
Daniel.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel. Actually, his car showed up. His car showed up in the research portion where they had to where they show you like kind of how much they think the car is worth. But luckily, his car wasn't from Hong Kong. So they took the value of another guy who bought an S800 in Hong Kong, who bought it at a higher value than me. So they ended up taxing me at his car's value. But whatever, finally got the car on the road. It's great. I don't have to hang a T-plate when I drive it. It's nice to have it.
What did you have to do to get it to run to this point?
I did a lot of tidy up work. The engine is not completely rebuilt. I'm waiting to rebuild it with the oversized pistons.
Can we take a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
So what does the oversized pistons do? Does it increase the displacement?
It's the only way you can sort of get any real horsepower increase out of the car. I know I said before I'm not chasing horsepower, but I think, when you've only got like 40 to begin with or so, an extra 2 is nice.
Oh, it goes to 42.
Something like that, dude. Like, I took off the soft top as well, man. Free horsepower, baby. Right, so I rebuilt all the carbs, did a lot of tidy up work in the engine bay, had to do a lot of the electricals again.
The question is, like the direction you're going, are you gonna leave a lot of this patina?
Yeah, I actually do that on purpose. Like the wind deflector here on the top, this is original from 1968.
Whoa.
It would have been easy for me to sort of like bog it all up and paint it black, but I like it like that. And also on the Speedo as well, you see some patina on the face. I left it like that too, but I restored all the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
You can call it a tropical dial.
I just can't believe, I can't believe. So what does it actually rev out to?
8.5.
Oh,
this is the engine from 1968.
8.5.
Yeah.
1968. So, I mean...
Hey, yo, but any engine will rev to 8.5, just how many times?
Yeah, yeah, right. This is really like the predecessor to the S2000.
Absolutely. This is the genesis.
Yeah.
The S500 was the first one. But I've had an AP1 before in the past too, so it's nice to have this car. And normally I'm shifting at about 6.5 in this car. I'm still going like 30 kilometers an hour though, or something.
How was the drive here? Because you were saying this is the longest drive you've ever done.
Oh yeah,
here.
Yeah, it was the longest.
How many kilometers is that?
Oh man, I think it was like Hong Kong standards. It's huge, right?
Yeah.
It's like 35 kilometers from where I live.
Which is basically as far as you can go.
Yeah,
almost.
man. I'm like, am I in China yet or something, dude? So it's the longest drive I've ever had in this car since I've had it in Hong Kong. Most of that was on the motorway, as you saw when you were coming here, right? So I've been at 5,000 RPM for about 30 minutes in fourth gear. I'm going like 80 kilometers an hour, dude.
Oh, it's only 4-speed.
Yeah, it's only 4-speed. So I'm sitting here and just sitting there droning away, right? I arrived here half deaf, trying to figure out what's going on. You know, it's like, hey, I haven't woke up like at 6 a.m. to drive to a car meet in almost a decade, dude. So it's nice to be here, though.
Thanks for coming out.
No.
What is going on with this roll bar headrest?
Yeah.
Is this
Is it a roll bar or is
safe?
it a headrest?
Is this okay?
Don't ask me that question on the camera, my friend. No, this is an original RSC roll bar. So this was a factory option that you could have ordered. Yeah, you could have ordered this from the factory. It bolts up to the factory mounting points. Didn't have to drill anything. Just put it. Well, I had to kind of jiggle it in to fit with my friend Andy. But
what other RSC parts are on this vehicle?
This is the only RSC part because all of my RSC parts are stuck in a warehouse in Chiba at the moment. So I've got the wheels, I've got the CR carbs, which were the hardest thing to find. I've got the oversized pistons, I've got the RSC camshafts. So they're all waiting to be all done at once when I take the engine out and rebuild it. But
so are you going to do all that in Hong Kong?
I see. This is the funny thing. I was joking about my friend the other day. I can tear down this engine and carry the long block with me in my luggage to Japan if I wanted to, and leave it at a shop there to get it rebuilt. It's literally that small. But we'll see. I've done most of the work on this car myself. I grew up in New Zealand. You know, we are a much different car culture. We like to do everything by ourselves. So I do all the maintenance work in my car park. Yeah.
So
I rebuilt the carbs as well.
What about the hard top, or what about the soft top? What's going on here? Like, do you just keep it at home, or?
Yeah, the soft top currently lives rolled up in the carpet behind this car in the car park. I have a hard top as well, which I'm getting molded into a carbon fiber unit because 3 horsepower. That's probably going to take about a month or so. I've got suspension as well that's waiting to go in on the car. So hopefully if you come back next time, you'll look completely different.
So I don't know I forgot if we addressed this already. How's the rust?
The rust, this car can be problematic for rust. It came with a little bit. I had to remove some of it, but the body is not something I've touched much on the car yet. This body is almost as is when I bought the car. So it's got a little bit of surface rust, kind of around the front wing. Mm-hmm. I think you can see.
Yeah.
But,
right. But that's underneath the paint.
Yeah.
So this must have been repainted.
Oh yeah. This was painted, I think, in 1985, according to the last owner of the car.
Oh.
Who did apparently, he did a great job with this car. He was the head of the S800 club in the UK. So it was in his family for like 30 years or something like that.
Are most of these black?
No, black was never a factory color on this car. This car was red.
I just happened to shoot 2 black S800s, and the only 2 I've ever seen.
Okay, so I'm gonna claim this first. This car was painted in 1985, so
right.
This was before yours,
Do you
Daniel.
think you're going to turn it back to red? Or?
I don't know, because I like the idea that this didn't come as a black car from factory, and I really wanted to do it like, a championship white, or ivory white in the beginning, but it's kind of grown on me though. This is a Volvo color.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So then what about are you going to eventually restore this stuff, or are you going to leave this stuff the way it is?
I think these kind of things I definitely replace because you still can find NOS lenses and lights. You just have to pay a pretty penny for it, or hope that you find somebody who's got one lying around.
What a cool car. Should we take it for a ride?
Let's go.
Look at this. This is the cutest little...
You found my stash, Larry.
Look. This is how I'm going to shift your car. Like this.
No effort required. Isn't that the world's smallest gear knob?
It's so cute. This is just such a cool car. So this is something that I didn't realize existed. This has a steering wheel lock, so you could lock the car.
Yeah.
And then you can also lock the steering wheel.
That's correct.
Oh,
For that added security. But honestly.
Very, very secure.
It's got no roof, man. I think we're good. So check this out. So this is the heater core, right? And one time, I think the people who were doing the interior of the car, because I didn't upholster this myself, clearly. I think they yanked it out, thinking it was the choke, right? And then when I picked up the car and I drove it home, they damn near burned my feet off because it was blowing hot air. It runs like directly from the engine bay onto your feet, and I was driving like this. I was like,
because you've never actually used this.
No,
then.
dude.
Oh. Well, you wouldn't need to in Hong Kong.
Yeah, man.
You would never need the heater.
It doesn't even need aircon. This is like a speedster. You want aircon? Just stand up.
Okay, so just clutch in, just normal, like turn it.
Yeah, go. Oh, first try.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, gods of Honda. Yeah, this car doesn't exist under 3,000 RPM, by the way. So you have to shift at least 3. I recommend maybe 5.5 if you want to feel like a hero. 6, 5, 7 or so. It's quite cold today. The temp actually came down.
It sounds like a motorcycle.
See that? That's the sound of all that raging horsepower.
Yeah. 40 of it. Ish. 40.
Or so. I don't even know, man.
40 of them.
All right. Handbrake.
Oh!
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Wait.
You thought you were done, huh? That's it. We're done.
Ah.
You thought we were done, huh? Oh. Hey, man, $5 if you stall.
Of course. It's so light, the no power steering
that's
doesn't.
right. This is really awesome, Larry. I've always wanted to know what it felt like to be a passenger. Like I said, whenever you watch Jay Leno's show, and you wonder what the owner thinks sitting in the passenger. I quite enjoy this.
I literally. I'm just gonna take my shoes off. It's hard to feel the pedals.
Yeah, man.
Bro. Okay.
Way
better.
You haven't got the expert mode yet.
Way better. Way better.
Haven't got the expert mode yet. We're good. Guy was doing the full Valentino Rossi lean.
What's crazy to me is this is so narrow as a car.
Yeah.
Like within the lane, I can choose to be on the left side of the lane
or the right side of the lane.
Or the right side of the lane.
Yeah. Perfect for tourists. You gotta be careful. Oh, careful with that power now. Oh my God. Whoa. Slow down, man. Oh my God. Oh.
This is a blast.
Two guys in the convertible.
This is so much fun.
No problem.
I might hit top gear right now.
You gotta be careful of that top speed, man.
Oh, just hit fourth gear.
You in fourth now.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh man. There's a lot to be said about just enjoying the drive.
Yeah.
And this car really is just a blast just to be in. All that speed vibrated the camera off the mount, dude.
This is so cool.
Oh, look, doing a quick check over. It's fine, man. We're in a.
Oh, look at this guy.
We're in a stock. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, we're good.
This is good.
We're good.
We're good.
We good. These guys, not so good.
We're good.
Oh my God, this is insane.
Oh no.
Whoa. Oh no.
Turn right here. And you know what? Should I be happy or sad that the cop look at this car and be like, "Yo, your car ain't shit." This car, get the hell out of here, man.
Yo, that's crazy that just happened.
Yeah. Nothing like.
Oh my God, I could slow the car down like this. Look.
Hey man, you're adding to the drag. Don't mess with physics here, Larry.
Yeah.
This car is tuned to perfection.
Yeah. if you want to just go right, you go like this.
I did just swing out. Hand steer.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to see how the air conditioning works, dude? You just do this.
Yeah.
We're good. Two guys in a convertible.
It sounds really good.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah.
I tell you, the sound of the carbs is what made me fall in love with it. It just has that induction noise of the boop, boop. Makes me feel like a real hero. Yeah. Oh, here you go, baby.
I floored it.
Oh.
Wow.
Let's hear your HKS mushroom filter sound like that. Whoa!
Nice.
Not even VTEC, man.
Look, these guys, I don't even have to move over to the other lane to give them room.
Yeah, you're still in the same lane.
Same lane.
It's specifically engineered for that purpose.
Yeah. Oh. No problem. U-turn. No problem.
Turning ratio says what?
All right, here we go. Can I give it a little gas in first gear?
You can give it gas. I'm gonna hold it out here. Yeah,
okay,
let's go.
Right.
Oh!
Nice.
Sound good?
It sounds really good. It's super. It's just so much fun.
It's fun. Like, I'm saying, like, you get to the point of when you
don't have to break the speed limit.
No.
You are having the most fun ever.
Exactly. You feel like such a hero in this car, you know. It's such an enjoyable, even like task to search auction sites and troll all these Facebook groups to find parts for this car. It's a very fulfilling thing. You know?
I just wish more cars like this existed.
Yeah.
Do you know how many kg or pounds this weighs?
I think about 900 kilograms.
900 kg.
Yeah.
So then, is it the same or coupe, or is it heavier than the coupe?
I think they're about the same. Oh, I want to say they're about the same. I've taken the roof off clearly in this car,
So then,
maybe, I don't know.
Obviously, we just passed the police checkpoint right now.
Yeah.
The cops don't look at you twice, huh?
No.
They don't care.
No, you see, this is the added bonus of this car. It's not
They
like...
don't even know what it is.
I don't think so. I think maybe they just thought I got lost on the way on the way home.
Oh,
probably tell them we're going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
That ain't scaring nobody, dude.
It's so good. I love it. Nice,
dude. It's a cool color in that car.
Yeah.
The GR.
Oh my God. So people shouldn't be leaving right now.
Well, I'm guessing that they're checking cars that are modified, and this car is just...
It can't be.
Yeah.
These folks, stay at the meet. Don't leave yet. That's absolutely insane.
Well, now you've driven two of these things.
Yeah. Both of them black. And both of you guys know each other. That's not saying much.
Small world, though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the funny thing about this career.
It really is.
I know it's a bit loud, huh? Yeah.
Dude, thank you so much. That was a lot of fun.
No problem, dude.
It was really nice to meet you.
It's nice to being a passenger in this car. It's a really
cool.
nice experience.
So cool. It was so much fun. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to support us directly, go to larrychenprints.com. I print and sign every single one of these. This is the perfect gift, or it's the perfect piece of art for your wall.